back to my teaching channel. Today we're going to talk about intervals. Intervals are the building blocks, the DNA of harmony and melody. I also refer to them as like the castor oil of jazz piano practice. Shedding your intervals will cure all of your problems in terms of building melodies and chord construction. But they can be a little challenging to practice sometimes, as with most worthwhile things. So, too bad, cinch it up, got to practice your intervals. Also, don't be thrown, I know I don't usually wear a tie, but I had a few masses today, just haven't taken it off, so that's all that is about. Okay, or intervals are just that serious. Whatever. We're going to start looking at intervals by taking a look at the major scale and how intervals arise from that. Yeah. So an interval is a musical distance. The smallest musical distance we can generally notate in Western music, tonal music, is the half step or semitone. On a piano, that's two notes adjacent. Don't get fooled by the lack of a black note in between there. Those notes are right next to each other. Half step, semitone. The next largest interval is a whole step, whether black, black, white, 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 black, black, white, whole step. Now a whole step is a whole step, a half step is a half step, no matter where you start. Those are all whole steps. So we can look at intervals comprising a number of semitones or half steps. But that can get kind of cumbersome pretty quick. What if our interval is this? That's 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what if we want to do this interval? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It just gets too bulky. A better way to approach it is to recognize an interval as a chunk or a piece of a major scale. In fact, intervals get their names from viewing them in just this way. So this is helpful for a couple of reasons. By knowing our scales inside and out, we can quickly spot a desired interval to fulfill, say, a particular chord symbol. And then by conceptualizing intervals as a chunk of a scale, it emphasizes this tactile aspect of intervals on the keyboard. It strengthens this relationship between the musical and physical distances, as relates particularly to the piano. Now, a cool thing about learning theory on the piano, it's all laid out right for you. The musical distances closely mimic shapes in the hand. This is a certain chord shape. I just move the shape. And it's easy to find the right application for different shapes. This includes melodic and harmonic intervals. Working from the root up, we're going to consider all of the intervals major. So, from the root to the second is a major second. This interval is a major third. This interval is a perfect fourth. It's just a language thing. Don't get hung up on it. You can think of it as a major fourth, but you just don't say major fourth, you say perfect fourth. There's a reason for that, and maybe we'll cover it in a second. Same way with the fifth. We don't say major fifth, it's a perfect fifth. Just a language thing, deal with it. This is a major sixth, that's a major seventh, that's a perfect octave or just an octave. Major ninth, that's a major third at the octave. You can say it's a major 10th, but it's just the third up an octave. That's an 11th, that's a 5th, an octave and a 5th, and that is the 13th. Up here it's an octave and a 7th. So, the 3 of C is E. That's just an address on C major street, okay? The 3rd of C is E, that doesn't change. The minor 3rd of C is E flat. That doesn't change. That's just what is. But a major third is a major third no matter where you play it. So this distance, this 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, this third note of a major scale from the bottom note, is still a major third no matter where you play it. Those are all major thirds. We can jump around with them. Okay, they're still all major thirds. That goes with all the other intervals too.